world you know is gone, consumed by the flames of a great war long ago.
Hey guys, Society Reviews here at my review of the film In the Lost Lands. One of the biggest lies people have told themselves over the last couple of years is that Dave Bautista is a good actor. The former WWE champion turned actor is often called the best pro wrestler turned actor in the history of Hollywood. If you want to live in a world where Roddy Piper doesn't exist, you can make a statement like that. But the bigger problem here is that because of this false narrative that Dave Bautista has reigns as an actor, unlike people like The Rock and John Cena, Hollywood keeps giving him roles thinking they will expose to the world the hidden thespian that he really is, when in reality he's constantly getting exposed for not being the leading man that they think that he is. To make matters worse, audiences have rejected any production the tag team of Milla Jovovich and her husband Paul W.S. Anderson have provided over the last 25 years. The couple has combined to make 8 movies over the last 25 years, and out of those 8 films, not a single one of them has received a positive review from critics or audiences alike. When you put a guy who can't act under the direction of a guy who can't direct, and add in a star who's 20 years past her relevance point, you get the latest film from Vertical entitled In the Lost Lands. In the Lost Lands is a film about an evil witch played by Milla Jovovich who finds herself at odds with an entity called the Church. The Church wants her executed for witchcraft, yet she uses her dark powers to escape. She's later approached by Queen Melanage, who wishes to obtain powers of being a shapeshifter for her own personal gain. The witch accepts her desires as she cannot reject anyone, so she seeks out the use of a hunter named Boyce, played by Dave Bautista, who has experience in the Lost Lands to help her find a werewolf that she could steal her powers from. Their journey will not be easy as the Church is hunting them down, making their objective very dangerous. In the opening sequence of the film, audiences are treated to a minute-long bumbling session from Dave Bautista, who tries to explain to audiences the type of adventure they're about to embark on. Some horrendous-looking CGI afterwards follows, with Milla Jovovich attempting to do her best acting behind a blue screen, and it only takes 5 minutes for audiences to realize they chose the wrong movie by giving The Lost Lands a chance. This film may as well be another Resident Evil movie with Drax the Destroyer adding to the mix. For a fantasy film, there is no world building associated with this movie. All you are told is that there was a great war and 99% of the world population got destroyed in the process. The good guys in this film are the witches, and the bad guys in this film are the Church, because Hollywood's infinity for the narrative of Bale is anything but subtle. There's no good character development in the film because we're still working through the lie that Dave Bautista is a good actor, so the film expects him to carry the narrative of the film as a de facto protagonist. The film is poorly written as you are not given any narrative reason to care about anyone who is on screen, whether they're good or bad. With an alleged $55 million production budget, you can tell exactly where the money went because this entire film is a blue screen disaster. Why would anyone spend $55 million to produce this film when the marketing couldn't have been no more than $100,000 given the fact that no one knew this movie existed even in the week of its release? There isn't a single redeeming factor about this movie. It is bad across the board. The acting is bad, the story is bad, the special effects are bad, the color palette is bad, the fantasy elements are bad, the action elements are bad, and if you think this film in any way, shape, or form is an epic, much like Dave Bautista's fan base, you must be a pro wrestling fan who loves cinema but doesn't actually watch movies. In the Lost Lands solidifies itself as the worst movie of 2025 thus far. Whether it's bad enough to remain on the top 5 worst films list by the end of the year is yet to be seen, but you have to think that this is a lock for at least the top 10 worst movies of the year, unless we're in for one of the worst cinematic years that Hollywood has to offer. I give this film a 0 out of 5.
Someone who knows the Lost Lands.
Why you want to leave the city?
I'm looking for a great treasure.